And today we are looking at a passage 3, advancements in how history is explored and taught. And let's read it as fast as possible. As fast as possible. Hmm. Okay, done. Now we have NB. You may use any letter more than once. We have to analyze all questions. The range of methods that have been used over time to document history. Okay, I need to find the range of methods. Probably they count them one by one in the passage. Main reason why many historians are unwilling, like why they are unwilling. Unwilling means they don't want to use films in their work. Reference to some differences. I need to find differences between oral and written communication. Okay. Most citizens today gain an understanding of history. How do they do it? Okay. Current history events are sometimes captured for future audiences. Okay. Advantages of film are greater than the disadvantages. Okay, it looks like an outweigh essay for task 2. Like advantages of film are greater than the disadvantages. Looks like task 2. Okay, let's continue. There's no official title for film-based historical work. Now, next one, the active role the audience plays when watching films. List of requirements. So they never use synonyms for list of requirements, I guess. Probably they will count these requirements one by one. Historians see as obstacles in their use of film to record history. Okay, when it comes to yes and no given question, the needs of students in school have led to improvement in teaching of history. Academic and popular historians have different attitudes toward the value of innovations in communication. It's common. Is it common for historians to play a major role in creating historical documentaries for television? Historical documentaries looks like historical movies for television documentaries. Articles in American History Review have explored aspects of modern history through popular film developments and technology and influence in a range of academic subjects. Now I analyze all the questions and we can have a look at the passage. Let's start. The development of this new form of communication is leading to a growing gap between the practice of professional historians based in academia and the practice of those aiming to popularize study among the general public and to encourage people to create their own records for the future. On the one hand, pay attention to this linking word. On the other hand, if you use this for contradiction, I think you know this. There are mainstream academics who continue to use only the written word as they examine more and more fields with an ever-increasing number of sophisticated methodologies. Okay, film and video, especially broadcast. Look, film and video, especially as broadcast on television, are probably the major influence on public consciousness of history. Okay, Dan, did I read anything about a range of methods to document history? No. Main reason many historians are unwilling? No. Some differences, oral, written? No. How most citizens today gain an understanding of history? Yes, the correct answer is A for this particular question. Because, pay attention, it says most citizens, public here, instead of most citizens. Next, it says gain an understanding of history. It means consciousness of history. Major influence. And how means like broadcast on television, film, video. Because of this, they can get understanding. That's why the correct answer would be A for this particular question. And I'm not sure about yes or not giving any of them right now. In a related development, a great many of new document local family events, many schools, all this visual. They are talking about document local family events, but are they talking about range of methods? No, not yet. The glaring contradiction. Pay attention to this contradiction. How about this? All these visual records may well prove to be invaluable source of information for future audience. I think I found one more correct answer because they said it can be valuable. Invaluable means like important, valuable sources of information for future historians. It means captured for future audiences, current students, events. I think this is gonna be B in my opinion. And range of methods, unwilling, oral, written, greater, title. Did they talk about title? Not yet. And But they are talking about, with a few notable exceptions, professional historians have tended to avoid the involvement of television programs about history and have less impact on what's being captured and preserved on video. I think pay attention to question number 38. It's common for historians to play a major role in creating historical documentaries for television. Is it common for them? No, they avoid the involvement of television programs, guys. That's why the correct answer is definitely no for this particular question. And when it comes to this, I didn't read anything about improvements. I haven't read anything. When it comes to this, do they have different attitudes? Of course, they do have different attitudes. You can see this contradiction that the two approach. And you can see this, like on the one hand, on the other hand, I think the correct answer for question number 37 comes from these two paragraphs. And I would definitely choose yes for this particular question. Why it's not working? Now done. And I need to find this and this. Okay. How about them? Maybe done. Okay, let's continue. This gulf can be seen as the resulting. How about this? Potential of moving images. Okay, nothing. Resulting otherwise historical. Okay, new functions. This is not the first time the historic conceived began. You need to have speed reading, guys. Now they are talking about earliest written record, earliest historical studies, like oral. Okay, now you may be thinking about this one, but I need to find differences between them now. They haven't mentioned it yet. That's why I should continue reading. It can lose its dominance. Historians are faced with a variety of forms of communication, ranging from this to this. I think I found the answer. Ranging from simple audio type to promising complexities of videos linked with computers. I think they are talking about a range of methods in this situation to document the history. That's my correct answer would be C for this particular question. However, the use of moving images to record current events for the benefit of future historians does not even have a commonly agreed name. Now one more correct answer has come from this part. Look, does not even have a common, look, negative, does not even have a commonly agreed name means no official title, like no agreement. That's why C would be the correct answer for this particular question 2. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that, but it's okay now. It's okay now. Did I read anything about this? This? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. How about this? No. Okay, I should keep going. This does not mean the mainstream historians have totally rejected the use of moving images as sources. The majority seem intrigued by the idea. Valuable research has been carried out into the history and analysis of films with a broad circulation, using them as a source of information on social and intellectual history of the 20th century. Journals such as American History Review have played a significant role in this field. Now they are using referencing. In this field is this is a big referencing, guide. In this field means it refers to the previous sentence, the previous idea. You know, the majority are intrigued by the valuable research has been carried analysis. Okay, I think the correct answer for 39 is definitely yes. Nothing confusing about that. It's perfect. So, articles in American History Review have explored aspects of modern history through popular films. Articles means journals. And yeah, popular films carried out history analysis of films with a broad circulation, using them as they are using these films as a source of information. 20th century, like modern, I guess. That's why correct answer would be yes for 39. But did I read anything about the other things, like main reason many historians unwilling? I didn't read anything about the difference also. I didn't read about this one. Active rule, did I read about it? How about this one? I don't think I read about it. And now I need to have a look at the next paragraph, like E paragraph. Okay, let's continue with E paragraph. Yet the number of historians using moving images in research teaching is very small. The barrier seems to be professionally structured around the medium of the written word. Some insulated in its academic setting, the use of moving images presents a substantial challenge to this setting and its assumptions. As a result, look, they are talking about a challenge. As a result, historians have rejected the training and institutions, the motivations, the professional structures that would be needed in order to move this image effectively. And pay attention to this. That would be needed means requirement. It is required, and they are above all, they have rejected the necessity to learn complicated new skills. Historians see as obstacles. For them, they are problems because they said this is a talent. That's why the correct answer would be E for this particular question. And now, how about this one? Unwilling to use films. It means they reject it. That's why correct answer would also be E for this particular question. It was fun. And next, did I read anything about it? I think two answers have come in. I think done with this paragraph. Developments in technology. So now, okay, I'm gonna continue with the next paragraph. Clearly, films and videos of human people uses this evidence of the past linked to the verse narrator. Okay, now the movie people. I think now they are talking about moving image. People are reminded that oral communication is not limited to words. It also includes body language and tone. And look, it includes body language and tone embedded in a context. Little of this is evident in a written transcript. Further effect of video is the narrator gives us some control and has less need to give explanations, while the viewer becomes involved in the process of interpreting and understanding history. So now I think they are definitely talking about the difference, like oral communication is not limited to this, limited to it also includes this types of things. Carrying out information. Oral form as a mode of research, communication, documenting historical events. Yeah, I would go with F for this. I would go with F. And yeah, let's continue. How about this? Look, watching films, like the viewer becomes involved in the process. The viewer. I think the viewer is related to watching film here. And the active role in the audience. The active role the audience plays when watching the film. The viewer becomes involved in the process of interpreting and understanding the history. I think the correct answer would be again F. And I think I am done with... No, I'm not yet. I have to pay attention to this one. Is there any question? 27 done, 28 done, 29, sorry, 31, 32. I have to do 32. Probably it's here. Look at this. The many benefits of using moving images as historical evidence easily outweigh worries about cost, technical, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and whatnot. I think here they talked about this. The correct answer would be G for this. And I'm gonna pay attention to the last question. Nothing about that. Nothing about that. and this is gonna be not given, I think. And I want to say thanks for watching. It was fun.